All right. Good afternoon, folks, friends, neighbors, and people who want to learn about secular redemptive cinema. This is Dr. Mark Keuthan in the home office here, the home studio here in beautiful Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And I'm here to introduce the course and this new course. In fact, the Secular Redemptive Film is a new course which people have been asking about for a long time. So we have attempted to try and bring together for you a really unique and interesting course which newly designed. So we'll see how it works out. You guys are beta testers. So your feedback will be really important. So very quickly, let me kind of show you around what's here on Blackboard. First of all, a disclaimer, I don't have everything built here yet. I don't have all of the content in here yet, so you have to keep checking back. I have the first week stuff in here, and I have a few resources, but in the next 2 or 3, 4 days, I will have all of this stuff built in, so come take a look at it a little bit later on. One new thing, which we'll get to in just a second, is a new feature altogether called VoiceThread. VoiceThread. Let me back up just a little bit and talk to you for a couple of moments about the point of this class. Because there already is a redemptive cinema class, which we've been teaching at this university for many years. Professor Andrew Quick, our favorite Brit, had designed the class and still teaches it. I teach the online version of it. And it's been in place for a long time, but what we've always run into in studying redemptive cinema is, first of all, what is redemptive? What does that mean? And secondly, what does that mean to people who aren't saved, who aren't Christians, and people who are Christians? So you have kindred brothers, and redemption means something very interesting to them, but you have other people over here who are not Christians who are making redemptive films. Stephen King, for heaven's sakes, Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption, very redemptive films, but not made by Christians. And so what does this mean? So we've made kind of a distinction here now because of this. When a person of faith is making a film, their belief system is going to be a part of the fabric of the film. It's unavoidable. So Christians making films, even all the way back to people like Frank Capra, who made It's a Wonderful Life, John Ford, who was a Catholic, who made The Searchers, all of these people, their faith crept into their storytelling. And so they're approaching the idea of building a story from a very different perspective than a person who's not a Christian. And as you're going to see as you read Larson's book, Josh Larson's book, Movies Are Prayers, he has a thesis which I agree with, which is that people who aren't Christians, who make films, tell stories with heavy Christian themes, are searching. They're looking. They have questions. They want answers. That's a really important distinction and perspective to keep in mind as you come into this course. So we're going to look at all kinds of different films of different levels of redemption and different qualities of biblical precepts in it. Some, by accident there, for example. Peter Jackson, who was not a Christian at all, got all the Christian redemptive ideas in the Lord of the Rings books by Tolkien, who was a very devout Christian. And so we're going to take a look at films with Christian and redemptive and biblical precepts, principles, stories with a different perspective. Not that we want to get off the gospel, that's what Christians do, but we're making a film because we have questions. We want to know what this is all about. Where do I come from? What does eternity look like? What happens when I die? These are intrinsic questions embedded in the stories of people who make films who are not Christians with Christian ideas. And see if I'm right. When you read Larson's book, you're going to be very interested. Larson's book has been quite an eye-opener, just published last year. So we're one of the first universities to use this as a textbook. All right, very quickly, there you go. I did recommend this film. I'm a new fan of the Erwin brothers from Alabama. The Erwin brothers, like the Coen brothers, are evangelical Christians. Well, Coen brothers are Jewish. They're not evangelical Christians. But there's a good example. I mean, the remake of True Grit in 2010 by Coen brothers. Wow, what a redemptive film. If you haven't seen it, You're going to get a chance to see it for this class. Irwin Brothers, they made this film. I saw it last fall, excuse me, in a test market showing. They wanted my feedback, and I was very impressed. These are the same people who made Woodlawn and Mom's Night Out. But I Can Only Imagine, which is based on the song, it's a biopic by the man who wrote the song. Very, very well done. Dennis Quaid probably turns in his best performance to date in this film. You should go see it if you have a chance. All right, so most of the time when you come to this class, you're going to see announcements. See, there's one right there. See, I made an announcement. By the way, thank you so many of you who made the switch from section 1 to section 3. Thank you for helping me to balance classes. We had almost 30 people in this first section, which is why they created the second section. So thank you. I ended up with about 12 in that second section. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So anyway, this is what my announcements tend to look like. I like to include images, movie posters, and it's conversational. So you'll see one of these every week. The way to do the best at this class is to go first from the announcements to the course content. And so, hold on. There we go. I lost that, didn't I? Hold on. I need to rearrange this very quickly. This isn't going to work if I'm going to be doing stuff like this. This isn't, I have to, okay. I'm just learning. I'm just learning how to add my face to these things. All right, so week 1. Look, I'm going to disappear again in just a second. Here's week 1. And this is all that I have built so far. But you're going to see this is lifted right out of the syllabus. This table right here, so it shows you exactly what's going on, what you're supposed to read, what to do, what you're going to be writing. Here's more information. That means I got a new piece of email. And the first week, we're going to be dealing with his first chapter, which is called What is Prayer? And look at these movies that I want you to take a look at. Watch at least one. Every single one of these is a different kind of prayer. Tree of Life, Terrence Malick, Christian filmmaker. Tree of Life is a beautiful, beautiful, visual, enigmatic prayer. How Green Was My Valley. Guys, we're going to talk about aesthetics. Do not overlook black and white films. Do not overlook black and white films. There is great aesthetic value to black and white, great black and white films. So do not overlook those. And that's what How Green Is My Valley, 1941. It's a Wonderful Life, of course, is also a fantastic. There's Frank Capra's most famous prayer. And then, of course, True Grit, which we've already talked about. But look what it did. To help with your first assignment, take a look at the following different perspectives on what is prayer. There's the great artistic preacher, John Piper, explaining what is prayer. There is an animation sort of directed at children, what is prayer. Script Bits is done by Messianic Jews. What is prayer? Oh, here is our good friends, the Latter-day Saints, getting kids to explain prayer. And then down here, Hindus in India praying with the help of CBN. And then, oh, you're going to love this. Here is a Quranic teacher, a man who teaches from the Quran, who's talking about prayer. Interesting. Just a little challenge for you guys, a little tiny challenge. If you've never read the Quran, read it. You're going to be really surprised at what's in the Quran. I mean, read it with somebody who can help you understand what it says. But, wow, interesting. And then there's two, I was so impressed with this guy that I put 2 videos from him. This is, first of all, what Christians can learn from non-Christians about prayer. And secondly, Dear Christians, Do You Pray? And then all the way down here at the bottom, this is from Grand Canyon University, a roundtable conversation. Should non-Christians pray? Should non-Christians pray? And we will have Dr. I.B. Oring speaking on this topic. So be sure to pay attention. Anyway, all these videos might really help you with your first paper. And here it is right here. Here's your first paper. There it is. And so you're going to do this short little 800 to 1,000 word essay with 3 sources. And frankly, one of these videos could be a source. It doesn't have to be a book, a journal article. It can be the comments on video of an expert. Yeah. different kind of research, right? And then down here at the bottom, the discussion board. This is also something new for this class and for all of our classes, actually. We're trying to simplify where your assignments go. And by and large, about 95% of the time, if you're writing something, it's going to go to the discussion board because we want everybody to be able to see it. If it goes to assignments, I'm the only one who can see it. And so we want to create sort of the approximation of a classroom experience. And so discussion board is what does that. So you get to read it, what everybody's written, and respond to it. See, classroom. So there you go. So, well, that's kind of what this looks like. So let me kind of jet over here to discussion board so you can see what that looks like. See, there I went away because I clicked on something. And I got to figure out how to fix that. And here it is, down here at the bottom, what is prayer? And so you'll click on that. And there's exactly the same information that was on course resources, course content a second ago. And so you'll post that right there. All right. And the only thing I need to show you is course resources right here. And there's not much here yet, as you can see. I will be posting lots of things here as the days go by. So keep coming back to take a look at those. So only one more thing to take a look at, and that's the syllabus. There it is right there. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And then, look, I'm back. I'm back. All right. This is how you can get a hold of me. There's a phone number there. It actually rings Professor Quick's office since I'm in beautiful downtown Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where horses and buggies go in front of my house every day. It's wonderful. So, but I check my email many, many, many times a day. So that's actually the quickest thing. You heard a notice sound a second ago, a chime that says that I got an email. So here you go. The syllabus is something. Thank you. That's my computer Emily telling me what time it is. Here's all the assignments. And let me skip down here to here's what they're worth. Points, here's how it all lines up. So let me explain as a last thing here real quickly how you make an A in this course. The scale is changed, by the way. It's changed from 2 weeks ago. The scale has changed. Used to be in a master's course, you had to get 960 points or 96 to be able to make an A in this course. And that's not true anymore. We've lowered our standards, I'm sorry to say. To the undergraduate level, you only have to make 930 points or 93 in this class to make an A. So that's it. It's as simple as that. You see all the points that are available for you to earn. There actually is, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There actually is more than 1,000 points available to be earned in the course of the course. In the course of the course. I love this. In the course of the course. So all you have to do is collect 930 points, and you have an A. So that's how you keep track of where you are in the course, is and see what's coming up. You can see how many points things are worth, and you can plan to make exactly the grade that you want to make in this course. So that's it. That's how we're going to do this class. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I cannot wait to see and read what... Oh, I did have one more thing. I had one more thing. I'm going to do a special separate video for this. But very quickly, briefly, let me show you that every other week, we're not going to do stuff that's written. Some of you are going, yay, party, party, party. No, that's right. I thought it was unfair, a little narrow-minded actually, to get film students to express their critical thinking only ever in writing. And so what we're going to do with a new little gadget on Blackboard called VoiceThread is you're going to, every other week, you're going to answer the questions and still sort of jot down what you think, but you're going to make a video just like this and post it on Blackboard with VoiceThread. It's kind of like Snapchat. You know how you can make little videos in Snapchat and it can use text and video and images? VoiceThread is a lot like that. And so you'll need a webcam like I have and a microphone, and you're going to step in front of your camera or, make a PowerPoint or make a video or step outside with your iPhone or whatever and go, here I am on the beach. Here on the Virginia beach, and we're going to talk today about the ideas of secular redemptive cinema. So this is going to happen every other week. You get a voice thread, you get to do it with video, we get to see your faces, and we're still going to interact with one another in sort of a social media platform. So there you go. We're going to have a lot of fun with this class. I can't wait. So signing off now, Dr. Mark Keuthan, and we will see you on Blackboard.